what's the difference between different GPUs? Why do you need a GPU? Why is that thing heating up your, your desk, kind of thing? What's the mother, like all the different components, what's the purpose of random access memory, and like explaining to them this stuff as we're building it throughout the day, so they can actually learn the value of hardware and how it impacts what they're more familiar with is software.
I want to ask you this because I like to talk about the partnership side. You spoke a little bit to the ASUS partnership and some of the nice things that they're tapping into. Is there any one that you're most proud of the partners that you've brought in to the HSEL? Is there one that's really doing great initiatives for what you guys are all about as an org? You just feel like they get you and understand, and they're supportive in that way. And those are the types of sponsors and partners. And I'd actually prefer to call them a partner, right? Because they support you as an org. They're not looking capitalized first. Is there anyone in particular that you want to call out?
That's the only one. It's all the ones we're working with. We treat all of our partners in that way, where we're trying to do something unique and not just check box. That's kind of how the partnerships kind of were when I first came on. They were just kind of like, all right, in-kind product or logo everywhere. And it's just like, didn't really like those, so I killed all those deals. And we didn't have any sponsorship revenue really until this spring. And we signed Zaxby's, which was a chicken restaurant. Kind of like they reached out to us. It was like, this is interesting, and they wanted to do engagement. They wanted to kind of provide products. So we did like fastest fingers, a weekly challenge. So if you won a match, you entered to win like a chicken dinner for your whole team, kind of thing. So there's like all these like cool activations we were doing with them, and then that built a case study for us to bring on ASUS, the NCSA, the National Guard, Skulls. We're talking to other organizations still that haven't signed or been announced yet. And it's all about these unique activations. And the one I'm most proud of is the National Guard. Like we've been working with them for about a year and a half on trying to work these terms out. And what really sealed the deal for both sides was this computer lab build up. And I didn't mention this, but this is not just like, hey, congratulations, school, here's 6 computers and peripherals.
Right.
Hey, this is, all right, we're shipping it, all these components. So ASUS is supplying all the components, but not built PCs. So we're going to fly out one of our staff members and an expert from, either ASUS, Intel, and some other partners, National Guard, and we're going to do a STEM education event where we're going to teach these kids how to build a PC. And not just like, okay, plug this here, plug that there. I'm like, okay, what's a CPU and what does it mean? What does it do? How does it, what's like, it's the brain of the PC, and like, what does that mean?
Right.
The GPU, like the graphic processing unit, like what's the difference between different GPUs? Why do you need a GPU? Why is that thing heating up your, your desk, kind of thing? What's the mother, like all the different components, what's the purpose of random access memory, and like explaining to them this stuff as we're building it throughout the day, so they can actually learn the value of hardware and how it impacts what they're more familiar with is software. And how they can tweak the game settings once they're all set up. It's like, all right, let's max these babies out. Let's get 120 FPS on a 2K monitor or something.